Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. So, today's topic is spiritual growth. Antarvahisvam sthirajangameshu Nyatvatmana dharataya vilokya Tyakta khilopadirakhandarupaha Purnatmana yasthita esha muktaha Antarvahisvam sthirajangameshu Nyatvatmana dharataya vilokya Tyakta khilopadirakhandarupaha Purnatmana yasthita esha muktaha. That man is free who, knowing the self through his mind in all moving and unmoving objects and observing it as their substratum, see, in it I is capital, and observing it as their substratum renounces all superimpositions and remains as the absolute and the infinite self. So, yaha antaha bahihi sthirajangameshu swam jnatva atmana adharataya vilokya tyaktva akhila upadhihi akhanda rupaha purnatmana sthitaha eshaha muktaha. Eshaha muktaha. Ei vyakti mukta. This person alone is mukta. Who is he? Na yaha जिन्होंने अंतः बहिहि अंदर में और बाहर में स्थिर जंगमेशु. Sthira means unmoving. Jangama means which is moving. So, in that, Shu means it is Saptami Bahuvachan. So, Antar Bahir Sthira Jangameshu. In inside and in outside, in the unmoving and moving, in all Vastu, Swam Jnatva. It is nothing but me alone. I am only this chair, table, that book, even all the people, they are nothing but my expression. My means the I as substratum. Swam jnatva atmana aradhataya vilokya. Atmana means Atma means Tritiya, pure mind. So Tritiya means through something else. So through pure mind, Adharataya. Adhara means all the Vivartan. Vivartan means superimposition. Like Card is not the milk's vivartan. Vivartan means Rajju Sarpa. Rajju has been vivartan or evolved into Sarpa. It appears as Sarpa. So all vivartan means all Sarpa का substratum रज्जु है ज्ञात्वा आत्मना आधारतया विलोक्य विलोकन करना मतलब एक अवलोकन करा एक विलोकन करा विशेष रूप में लोक्य it is means not only seeing and realizing at the same time. Some people are there, some doctors are there, by seeing people, patients' eyes or anything else, they can understand the disease. That is called vilokan. So vilokya tyaktva akhila upadhihi. All the building, chair, table, the whole expressed universe is nothing but upadhi alone. So, tyaktva, discarding all bahya upadhi, external conditionings, akhanda rupaha purnatmana sthitaha. Akhanda रूप में means everything is nothing but Chaitanya. Like Sri Ramakrishna used to go for many times, very frequently, that is Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So this is the Upalabdhi of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. How Nirvikalpa Samadhi happens? Now, for a long time practice and with a correct understanding, practicing of that understanding. Because Savikalpaka Samadhi means, like, after Kirtan, heavy dancing, people may get fainted and Samadhi. And in Samadhi, they are Samarasattva. Because it's absolutely like deep sleep. But when they get up from the Samadhi, again, same thing. How Savikalpaka Samadhi? Like you have gone for Ganga Snanam. So what about the Papa Bhuta? Are there with you? They all leave you and they take shelter in nearby tree in the bank of the Ganga. So whenever you take dip in the Ganga, holy dip, you come up again from the tree, they drop down, top, onto you. This is called Savikalpaka Samadhi. Like, whenever you are totally merged in the class, you will feel not every day, but sometimes you become engrossed with the class. As if, yes, that only I wanted to listen today. It was my problem, it was sorted out. But after the class, you don't pay attention. You are happy with that pleasure, mental pleasure. But after the class, you indulge yourself into the samsara and get attached with that. So the feeling, the realization of truth you got in the class You did not pay attention and seriousness into it. That's why it did not continue. But this shloka is telling that suppose the understanding you are having the whole day and night, whatever the work you are doing, you are trying to put forth effort to understand this truth through your work, through your every situation, not going to the jungle or any cave, being in the very snarl of samsara, how you can apply this truth, how you can apply this understanding, that has been told over here. Antarvahiswam sthirajangameshu ज्ञात्वात्मनाधारतया विलोक्य त्यक्त्वा अखिल उपाधिः अखंड रूपः पूर्णात्मना यः स्थित एष मुक्तः। एषः मुक्त, वही व्यक्ति ही मुक्त पुरुष है। One who is striving to learn the art of meditation must slowly and carefully develop in himself an attitude of holding himself neutral in all receptions of stimuli in his responses to them. A man of reflection does not identify with this. They may go on at the physical level because of the prarabdha of the body, but he is not involved in them. He is otherwise busy. This truth has a universal applicability. Even in ordinary life, we find a man of reflection, a serious thinker. A serious thinker is not normally available for pretty reflexes. When the examinations are near, students are very busy with their studies. No movies, no picnic, only vigorously studying. So, through this physical body, so only vigorously studying on that time. And that has been told that how seriously we have to be. Through this physical body, we can see only the physical bodies and recognize their individual size, shape, colors. When my mind contacts another's mind, I understand the emotional content of kindness, mercy, and goodness in his heart. When I come in contact with another person's idea, I understand his intellectual qualities. In order to recognize the Atma in me as the self present everywhere, I must look at it from my spiritual standpoint. Only when I withdraw myself into my spiritual personality and then look out, shall I recognize the entire world as the spiritual reality, the self. Therefore, one who has transcended the body, mind, and intellect, meaning all the conditionings, alone can come to experience the nature of the self. as the unbroken, immutable, one homogeneous reality. He who thus comes to experience this infinite consciousness where there is no longer any separateness within and without, when there is no longer a perceived world of plurality, as all of them have now dissolved into this one experience of infinitude, is said to be liberated from all the natural limitations of his body, mind, and intellect. The same thing I told you in my own way. Now 340. सर्वात्मना बंध विमुक्ति हेतु सर्वात्म भावान्न परोस्ति कश्चित् दृश्याग्रहे सत्युपपद्यते सो सर्वात्म भावोस्य सदात्मनिष्ठया सर्वात्मना बंध विमुक्ति हेतुः सर्वात्म भावान्न परोस्ति कश्चित् दृश्याग्रहे सत्युपपद्यते सौ सर्वात्म भावोस्य सदात्मनिष्ठया. To recognize the entire universe as the self is the means of release from all sense of bondage. There is nothing higher than realizing the universe as the self. One realizes this state by excluding the objective world through steadfastness in the eternal Atma. Just a minute. Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh. Ayurvedic content is not good at all in taste, but it works nicely. So, Sarvatmana Bandha Vimukti Hetuhu Sarvatma Bhavat Kaschit Paraha Nasti. Asya Sadatma Nishtaya Drishya Agrahe Sati Asau Sarvatma Bhavaha Upapadyate. How it comes? Sarvatmata. Sarvatmata means Ekatma Bodhata. The realization of Ekatma. Everything is one. And that Bodha alone, sorry, I'm really sorry. That Bodha alone is Bandha Vimukti Hetu. बंधन मुक्ति का जो कारण है, कारण क्या है? सर्वात्मता. Unless and until you see oneness Bandhan will not go. Now it's a very tricky turn. I am reading or studying Vedanta, not studying, reading Vedanta and listening. Time pass, I am having habituated with it. I'm taking classes also, or I am writing something. Everything is one, sarvatma bhava. But in my mind, always comparison. He is like that, she is like that, she is better than her, he is worse than him. Always in my mind, continuous comparison. Comparison in wealth, comparison in integrity, comparison in intelligence, comparison in everything. Nature, knowledge, always comparison. He is that, she is that, he is even in age. He is elder than you, she is elder than you, she is younger than you. Always comparison. In my practical life, in my transactional life, is like that. But I am reading Vedanta, I am studying Vedanta, I am everything. This is not correct. Then that oneness, ekatma bhava, will be in text only. মনের বেদান্তকে ঘরে আনার জন্যই আমাদের সাধনা. You have to fetch the Vedanta from jungle to your home. Means from book, it will be my own language. It will be my own word. It will not be the words of Sankaracharya. It will be my life. Not only my Jivan Darshan, my life alone. Clear? So, Sarvatmata Bandha Vimukti Hetu. You have to love everyone else unconditionally. You have to accept everything as it is. Why Mr. Mitra is not like Mrs. Mitra? Why Mrs. Mitra is not like Mr. Mitra? They are unique in their own way. The man of acceptance, the man of Ekatma Bodha, he will or she will accept the whole universe as it is. हर चीज में पॉजिटिविटी देखे, हर चीज में एक देखो नहीं. In transactional world, there are differences. In transaction, what will be my attitude? My attitude will be acceptance. That each and everything is unique in their own way. But in spiritual standpoint, everything substratum is one. In sweet shop, malai chamcham and sandesh and rasgulla, they are not in same shape or same price. You have to accept it. You can't say, everything is made up of the chena. No. Every shape has different taste, different shape, different quality. You have to pay for that. You have to accept it. Rasgulla is unique in its own way. Malai chamcham is unique in its own way. You can't say that Malai chamcham is better than Rasgulla. If it is, then shopkeeper would not sell it. Because some people are there who loves Rasgulla only. But Paramarthataha, everything is milk alone. So you have to know what is Paramartha, what is transaction. Transaction, that I know Paramarthata, transactional, you can't be harsh. You have to be too much loving and accepting. Clear? So, Sarvatmata, बंधा विमुक्ति हेतु, बंधन मुक्ति की कारण है सर्वात्म भावा कश्चित परह नास्ति. ये सर्वात्म भावात मतलब सर्वात्म भाव अपेक्षा सर्वात्म भाव से अधिक कुछ श्रेष्ठ नहीं है. कश्चित परह नास्ति. परह मीन्स परम, कुछ भी परम नहीं, न अस्ति. Better than that, ekatma bhava is nothing else. Asya means of this mumukshu व्यक्ति. मुक्त पुरुष नहीं बताया, मुमुक्षु बताया. मुमुक्षु मतलब मुक्ति, मुक्तुम इच्छा, मुमुक्षा. सच में मुक्ति की वासना है. For his fascination that I go to Chinmay Mission or I am the devotee of Chinmay Mission, I study Vivek Chudamani, I have studied so many texts. No, who really wants liberation, for that Sadatma Nishtaya. Sadatma Nishtaya matlab Brahma Nishtha. You know everything else. The lacking portion is Nishtha in that knowledge. Brahma Nishtha means Brahma Jnana Nishtha. Brahma Jnana Nishtha means what you listen in the class, maybe you don't believe 100% of it. If you believe 100% of it, you don't practice it in your life. In practicality, whenever you see little difference, then you take the Drishya Jagat, not the Brahma Jnana. Slowly, you get differ from Brahma Nishtha. So Brahma Nishtha, Sadatma Nishtaya, Drishya Agrahe Sati, जो व्यक्ति ब्रह्मनिष्ठ है, वो सामने जो भी देखे, जैसे गुरु को पता है कि वहां पर रस्सी है, जितना भी सांप दिखाई दे ऐसे 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 ऐसे, ही नोज, क्योंकि उन्होंने ही कल उधर वो रख के आया. So he will not be convinced that there is this cobra, black cobra, brown cobra, blue cobra. He knows. He will not listen to anyone else or listen to everyone else, but will not take it seriously. He will go with the lantern, means the knowledge, and slowly will see what I knew actually it is. It's a rope alone. Drishya agrahe sati asau sarvatma bhavaha upapadyate. जो व्यक्ति अपनी ज्ञान को पकड़ के रखते हैं, दृश्य जगत के ऊपर जिनका विश्वास कम है, गुरु वाक्य, शास्त्र वाक्य, ब्रह्म ज्ञान पर जिनका निष्ठा ज्यादा है, वही व्यक्ति का सदात्म भाव आता है, ब्रह्म निष्ठा आता है. दिस इज द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ द श्लोका. Expand to realize that all is the self. Try to find accommodation for everyone in your compassion. See, Gurudev is also taking the same thing. Try to find accommodation for everyone in your compassion and in your love for the world around you. Recognize that all things are creation of Narayana. Then recognize that things are only Narayana himself. His various divine forms, as such, they are all the moving temples of the Lord. Therefore, Lord alone exists. Ultimately, when you come to experience that the self in me is the self everywhere, then alone there is total liberation from the bondage of the mortal. There is nothing superior to this experience of the oneness in everything. This is the highest experience. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.